Oops. Oh, oh, we're starting. Sorry. Hey, Pat, how's it going? So, a little bit of busy day. We're going to meet with... Oh, speak of the devil. That's probably him. Mr. Vashkov. Get his detailed side of what happened, because that case is looking like that's going to be a slam dunk. I have a strong feeling. And then we're going to go over the pre-trial for... Yeah. I'd say let's change it up a little bit. All right. Right. So, any plans for today?
The guy that was here yesterday, I think Alfie said his name was Jilly. He just invited people to go down to the drive-in. They're gonna have horse races.
Horse races at the drive-in? Oh, are you all right? Are you okay?
I just slipped. Wow. I tried to put my clipboard away and then I just slipped. Okay.
That's all right. Just suppose you're all right.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like fun. I would go, except unfortunately I'm waiting on a client for a meeting. He wants to meet right away.
Aw. I don't remember where the drive-in is.
Oh, it's not too far from here. You want to head towards Vitucci Beach? That way? And it's right down. You might go right down to where it's like road closest to the beach. Follow that, and you'll see it drive through right after the pier, but not on the pier.
Wow. You would have think I've seen it. I've walked like all over Vespucci Beach.
Yeah, it's off Magellan Avenue, right after the pier. It's that little block or squared area right before on the map where it says Del Perro and Quality Way. Yeah, that area. There's actually a little marker there if you can see it. At least on my copy in the map. It's a nice little area. Huge screen.
Okay, so can you? Does the pier? Because that's how I get here. Can I like just walk over the pier and get there?
Yes, I think they have stairs leading from the pier down to it. 'Cause it looks like it used to be a parking lot, or it's like partially a parking lot. So, yeah, there's staircases I think on either side of the pier that lead down to it.
Okay, I think I should just stop standing here. Where's my clip?
I
Where's
think it.
that?
I think.
Are these your clients?
I believe so.
Hello, I'm looking for Miss Amber Chaser, is it?
That would be me.
Oh shit, wonderful. When you lead where? To office or something?
Yes, sure.
Hey,
Let's
no
follow me.
problem.
My office is on the
Am I
second floor.
allowed to come with? I don't
There.
need to be.
This is
Up to
my
Mr.
brother.
Vaskov. Was your brother the one that was there during the incident of the crime as well? Or was that someone
Yes.
else?
I was
there.
the one that was arrested.
There.
Oh, okay. If you're all right, I'm okay with it because I might actually have questions for him.
Right.
But it's up to you if you want him or you want to keep it
He
private
can,
between you and
he
me.
can be in it, no problem.
Okay.
No worries.
All right.
I need the throat sweet or something. I will let her know when we're in there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome. And then my paralegal Bryce might be joining us later. He had designated him as the city until a little later from now. So if a gentleman walks in, don't be alarmed.
No
It's
problem.
okay. It's okay. Yeah, my brother informed me of the case. Look at this.
Oh, look, office and shit. Oh, look at this.
Official office. Okay. Thanks, see you, Brad.
And before we begin, do you mind if I record the conversation just for my personal reference? It never leaves this office. You have full client attorney confidentiality.
There, no problem.
I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. It's
Sorry,
just
it's,
more for me to refer back to.
It's your sorry, your throat. You know, it's a little you many lozenge or something.
Oh, sorry about that. It's an ongoing
Oh, no, it's
problem
fine.
I'm having.
Oh, it's
Can you hear me better now?
I believe so. I'll let you know.
All right. Good. All right. Let me just set the tape recorder. One moment. Uh, all right. Okay, Mr. Vaskov. So let me get the day of the events of the day from your words. Go ahead and take me
Look.
through what happened when I led up to the arrest.
Okay, so myself and my brother here, we were told by an individual about a factory that we could maybe uh, look at for materials. So we thought we'd check it out. It didn't mention about something we had to maybe break into or something allegedly. So we arrived, and previously I was going to sell materials to mechanics, so I had the materials back, or maybe in my pockets. I can't remember. So we get into factory. Turns out door is, left open. So we get there. Nothing's there. The police show up. Not sure if we tripped an alarm or something. And so the police show up. They kind of assume that we're there to steal things, arrest us, yada yada yada, and then I end up in cell. Speak to you, go to jail, and yeah. So it is pretty much it, I think.
Okay. Some follow-up questions based off my previous when I was at the sales with you, some things you said and everything, just to make sure. When you both arrived, you said that the entrance or the doors to the factory were already open. Is that correct?
They weren't wide open, but they were sort of what is it to Americans say, ajar, a little, sort of they're not closed, not locked, kind of, but not wide open now.
Let me put it this way. Did you have to break in or were you able to freely enter?
No, I didn't have to break in, no.
Okay. And then I remember you saying in the cells when we were questioning you said this several times. The police said that your brother, I believe, who was the other individual there that was arrested, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, they were saying that your brother had said that you were both there, pled guilty, and said that you both were there to rob materials. But you said you clearly heard your brother saying that he took all the money. Is that correct?
That is correct. So at that point, Nikolai I had been put into the other car, the police car. Nikolai was still outside talking to the officer, and I was close enough that I was within earshot, so I could still hear pretty clearly. Nikolai clearly said that he was, there to steal things. He never said we. Whereas for some reason, as soon as I got into sales, as you probably remember, the police were very insistent that he said we, which is not true.
Yes. Nikolai, is that correct?
Nikolai.
Would you be willing to make a official statement, and if this goes to court, even testify that you did say that you were the only one there to steal?
Absolutely. I'll do this.
Perfect. I'm hoping that won't even come to that. Thank you for confirming that information. So I've been looking over your case, and more importantly, I got a copy of the police report, and it's very, I'm going to be frank, it's very bare bones. It doesn't go over a lot of detail. It doesn't, it also, if I recall correctly, and didn't the officer said they found, or didn't the officer tell you they found stolen materials on you? And that's why they apprehended you originally?
Was that a question to me, Vasily?
Yes, it was. Sorry.
If I remember correctly, yes, they did. I can't remember exactly what it was. Shit. I believe it was. What was the stolen materials they said? But I believe it was. They found something in my car. Something to do with some dirty money or something, whatever that means. I mean, I know my car is not clean, but
So the police are claiming that there were marked bills in your vehicle. Now, marked bills, if you're not familiar, are basically certain dollar bills that have a certain registration number. Every dollar bill has a code number on it. These are ones that are specifically tracked to see where they go. They usually are used for sting operations and whatnot for the police, but I don't see how that. I really doubt that they have any knowledge that those were marked bills or not, considering that the police department has only been up and running for I think it's like 12 days at that time. I don't think they have run any detailed operations like that. I know that the actual police report mentions nothing about that. And I don't know, and I have a very strong feeling if I question this, that they're, yeah. So I don't know, they just assumed they saw a lot of money and assumed it was marked bills, but assumptions are not concrete evidence. So I will be bringing that up when we do. Sorry, go ahead.
Like you said to yourself on the day, but if it was like on my person, I would understand, but it was in my car. So wouldn't that really, wouldn't that be what is it you say, inadmissible?
That's also, yes, that's also true, because that's another thing. We thought that they said they found what they declare was stolen property on your person. But the fact that they found nothing on your person, but then still investigating your car is also concern. I have to get together with my paralegal
I think the one thing they found was I think a joint or two, but when they charged me, I pled guilty to the marijuana. I think they bundled that with the so-called marked bills that they found in my car, I believe.
Well, their police report doesn't mention that. They do mention that they did find the 2 joints on you, and yes, unfortunately, that is a Schedule 1 substance in this state of Los Santos, so that is against the law. But you pled guilty to that. I also see that they confiscated 50 poppy plants and a box of ammo. The poppy plants, I don't understand. I checked with the Constitution and the penal code. It's not a protected flower. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers in the state. So I will be trying to get those back for you as well. And then also the ammo box, that might be a little difficult for, because right now they're not issuing any weapons licenses. So we will need to double check to see what the laws are on that, because I know in previous cities or some other cities I've been in, if you have to have a weapons license to have both a weapon and or ammo. But because do you mind sharing where was that something you found, or?
I believe, where was it, Nikolai? I believe we found it in a trash can, was it?
Oh, so you found the ammunition in the trash can. So more than likely you were probably thinking of turning that into the police at a later time, correct? Wink, wink.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yes. So we can I'll definitely argue that as well. You're not the first time I heard someone finding some things in the trash in the city. You'd be amazed what people find in garbage cans here. All right. So but yeah, I'm looking at this police report. Let me just scan it over real quick.
No problem.
Yeah, oh, yes, I have a very important question for you. Did the officers at any point when they found you ask either of you to leave, and you declined?
Ask us to leave? No.
Okay. Because trespassing...
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, sorry. Oh, I was just going to say, because trespassing, its legal definition is no person shall enter any residence, business, or attached lot or yard to any residence or business and remain on the property without consent of the owner after being requested to leave said place. So if they have never told you to leave, I give you a chance to leave the premises, I don't see how that you can be charged with trespassing. If you were not aware that you were trespassing, you just you were told that this was a place that could buy and sell materials that you were selling to most mechanical shop recyclables. So that's going to be the main angle I'm going to approach this or pre-trial meeting, and when this is a huge misunderstanding, and that you and your brother got some fault or less than accurate information of misunderstanding, and that and in your case you had no idea you were there to make a legitimate deal, and circumstances it did turn out that way. If you had known better or knew otherwise, you would never have trespassed to begin with. So that will be the approach that we will take on this case, I believe. And I feel like we have a very strong reasons that. Another thing too, looking this over the police report. Another question. So they're saying that basically the police told you that the so-called stolen property was the so-called dirty money. Is that what they're saying? Is what they found on you as stolen property?
If I remember correctly, so it was something that I believe was in my car, but they said they took off me, which is not correct.
Okay. And let me also go further. So you said you used up to that point you collected recyclable materials to sell to mechanic shops like Hayes and Benny's. Is that correct?
There.
Do they usually pay you in cash?
The mechanic shops do usually for any like rubber, what is it, rubber, steel, glass, that kind of thing. And it's usually what we do to make money most of the time, huh? Just collect
And
stuff,
do they
send it
pay
to
you in?
mechanics.
Sure. And do they pay you with actual cash on the spot, or do they give you a check or the charge your account? Or
Usually
deposit in your account?
Usually, if they usually go and check the stock, and if they need something, they'll usually add it up, and then you just give us cash on the spot.
Who's to say that money that was in your truck wasn't money from those those places? And if it is marked bills, maybe they were circulated through there. It doesn't necessarily mean that you so this is what I'm saying with the police. I know it's a very he said, she said kind of accusation kind of thing on this. So I'm going to be pushing very hard about that one. And I feel like once I can prove that's going to throw the whole criminal possession of stolen property out the window. And also the robbery, I think we can also throw out because, like I said, your brother admitted to it, admitted that he was the only one there. If I can, I'll be there to convince that you were there to make a legitimate business deal. You didn't understand. Once I have I have a statement from your brother, and I can present that to them. I think we can also get the robbery thrown out as well. That will be what I'm hoping is.
That's good. That's good. I do have a question.
Absolutely.
If we do get the charges thrown out, can we get any sort of compensation, like from the charges? If I've lost work, I've almost lost my car. It's really had an effect on my everyday life. Huh? So
absolutely, we can ask for that. If you want to come up with an estimate of your losses and provide that to me, I can present that when we do our pretrial arrangement. So to kind of give you an idea how this will move forward is, in the state of San Andreas, there's always going to be a pretrial. I will meet with the prosecutor and we will discuss the case outside of court in hopes that we can come to a compromise or understanding before going to trial. If I will present what we're looking for on your side, which is to drop all those charges and compensation, and then if they agree to it, I will come back with you with that agreement. If you said that's what you want, you okay it, we're good, and then we don't have to go to trial. If we can, for any reason, not come to a compromise or understanding, then it moves over to court. So, and that's when we'll call people up to witnesses, we'll go to in front of the judge and whatnot. Ideally, the best way is to avoid trial and find have everything settled outside of court. So that's what we'll be trying. But it depends on the prosecution and whether they see eye to eye.
That's good, no problem. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So I am meeting with my paralegal later today to discuss another pretrial I have. We'll discuss your case as well as, and I'll also file a motion to trial so that we can move forward in it, so we can get it on the docket, and then we'll go ahead and I'll keep you updated on that when we have the actual pretrial and the results of that. Actually, no, I'll hold off on that until I get your estimate, because I don't want to go to pretrial before I have that. So
There, no
make sure to
problem.
get
We
that
will,
estimate.
we will. I will have a think about an estimate and probably send you a letter before I go to sleep today.
Okay.
So
All right, that
we'll
sounds
have
good.
it done.
Perfect. And once I have it, I will go ahead and file the paperwork, which I already have written out and ready to go. I'm just gonna hand it to a judge.
No problem.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming down to meet with me. Also, would your brother be also able to make a written statement stating that he claimed that he was there, that was only him and not, he never said we, and sign that statement for our pretrial as well? I don't believe the state has any notaries yet, so I personally would get it notarized as an affidavit. But I don't think we have it in state, so this will be a signed written statement for now. I think will suffice.
Okay, I can do this. I can do this.
Perfect. I think with that and the estimate, we'll be all ready to move forward. And I honestly, I don't. This is a very flimsy case they have on you right now, sir. And I'm pretty confident that we'll get an outcome that's most favorable to you.
That's good. That's good.
Sure. I appreciate you taking your time. I'm sorry I couldn't meet with you earlier. I do get into the
problem.
town late on the weekdays, but if it's more convenient for you, I'm mostly available all day Saturday and Sundays. If you ever need to meet earlier in
No
the day.
problem. Sounds good.
Right.
Perfect.
There.
Thank
Well-
you,
very much.
Miss.
Well, thank you,
Miss
Jen.
Amber.
There. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you, gentlemen.
Of course, of
Here, let me go
course.
ahead and show you. Oh, I just stuck you in
Oh,
my
no worries.
chair.
That's okay. Been in office all day. Have
Thank
to.
you.
No, just got into right now. Just sent some letters out earlier this morning, but I tend to not start my shift until like around this time.
Okay, okay. As a lawyer, there's always a need for them. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I'm more what you'd call a late night lawyer on the weekdays.
Late. Late night lawyer.
Yeah,
Well,
night court, if you will, like the
I
TV
have to
show.
I have to say you're a pretty damn good lawyer for a public defender, huh?
Oh well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do hope to open my own practice fairly soon, but this is just like a starting point for me.
There, no problem.
Wonderful.
All right, gentlemen. I thank you again for your time, and you have a wonderful day. And I'll be in touch. All right.
There, no problem. Thank you, Amber.
You take care now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to have a little show. It's be called the Bone Zone.
Oh, well, if you told them, like, you could have probably recorded a segment like the other lawyer Alfie did
Oh,
with the camera, like
oh,
the
okay.
show, like a commercial or something.
Run my intro music.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe have people call in from the mailbox, from the ticket box. Oh, we have audience members come in and have a dispute. Any dispute is allowed, and we make a verdict right there.
I have a dispute. My uncle refused to celebrate Christmas with me.
Yeah, that's something that we can deal with on the Bone Zone,
Yeah.
as long as he accepts the verdict. It ain't a legal verdict, but it's just a verdict anyway.
He told me to stop living in my delusion. I can't help that I think it's Christmas. It's not my fault.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. What is
Yeah.
it talking about? You're welcome.
I got a Christmas gift. One of the kind friends that I have made in Vespucci gave me money to buy clothes.
Oh. Not that you need money, you got enough money.
It's a
But that's
Christmas
nice
gift.
anyway, yeah.
Oh,
How you
and a
doing there, Miss
gentleman from
Chase?
yesterday, he says that
Chase
there's
up.
going to be horse races if you want to watch horses.
Oh, Wednesdays.
Today.
Oh, I'm doing fine, thank you. How about yourself?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. How's your caseloads going? You working through stuff?
Oh, it's going well. I have 2 cases I'm working on right now.
Oh, excellent. No, about these horse races, tell me about it, where we're going to see it, the way we meant to see it. Or we're going to go down to the horse racing track, or is there a track? What the hell?
They says the races are going to be played at their drive-in.
Where the drive-in at? On the
See, I
pier?
said too. You can get there from the pier. That's what Amber said.
Oh, I don't know where the drive-in is.
Could you tell him again, Amber?
Oh, sorry, say again? Oh, yes, it's right off the pier.
Off the pier?
Yes, it's let me look at the map. Let's see here. It's right off Magellan Avenue. It's that little square area next to the pier, right below where it says Del Perro on the map. Equality Way. Looks like there's a pink movie or screen,
Oh,
a
yeah,
TV screen symbol there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I see that. What time is that?
I think it's in like the next 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she will do some, put down a bait. Yeah. Did you get drinks, Cuddy? Or you ain't remember that too?
I have water and
Yeah, that'll do just
coffee and
fine.
E.
Just
cola.
anything is fine. Oh, I guess I'll take a coffee. That cola stuff is too much sugar for me. Yeah. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Oh, I just got a page. Looks like they need me down at PD or sheriff's office.
Oh, good.
All right, I'll be back. See you 2 later.
Isn't that like not good? That means somebody got arrested.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's not good for them that they got arrested, but good.
Yeah, those 2 cases are gonna be good. I mean, I got angles on both of those. I think depending on you, good meal. literally just, yeah. Oh, didn't do too much time with my arm. Lumber took all of it.
I'm sure he'll talk to you about this and how this is possible. Hello there. But yeah, sorry.
Hi, Amber Chaser, public defender.
Oh, wonderful. Do you have anything that can poke me, prod me, stick me, or anything like that?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
Wonderful. You can follow me.
Okay.
Can I bring the lawyer downstairs?
With actually, the same car. Do you remember that? And there you go. It was that
Copy
one.
that.
Precisely. It was the same car. And then the other car they took.
This happens all the time. It's
I
okay.
hate it so much. You could just wait here for a moment. There you go. This is Amber.
Thank you. Hi, Mrs. Chaser. I'm just gonna do a quick little pat down, okay?
Oh, okay, sure thing.
Okay, thank you.
Let me go.
You can put your hands down. Thank you, though.
Oh, okay.
All right, you are good. Thank you.
All right.
Right, downstairs.
How are you today?
It's been one of those days, you know. Just put a smile on her face.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
Everything will be good. How are you doing?
Just starting mine, so far so good.
Yeah. Well, I hope you have a pleasant one.
I appreciate that. I hope yours is
course.
better.
Thank you so much.
All
We
right,
have,
let's leave
Mrs. Chaser
the
here.
lady.
Miss Chaser, sorry.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
If you'd like to, we would give you the room. Your client is just over there. Can we please get him uncuffed?
I uncuffed him.
Is he not? Is he cuffed or not cuffed?
Pretty sure I uncuffed him. Sir, can I see your wrist? Because I don't understand what's going on down here.
You know what?
I need to see your wrist because apparently you're not
Are you
supposed to be cuffed, but apparently you are cuffed. I don't know what's going on.
We just want to make sure you're not cuffed.
You just need
I'd like to answer that question with my rights defender.
What are you talking about? I just need to see if you're handcuffed or not. That's all I need to see.
My legal aid.
You're
Your
what?
legal aid is right there. We're
question
asking if you're
for your lawyer.
handcuffed or not. So you're free
Yes,
to
sir.
move around. We're just making sure that you have your freedom within your cell. So are you cuffed or are you not cuffed?
I mean, as cops, you're not very attentive, are you now? Because
All right, let's just leave him as is. If he's not
time.
answering the question, let's just leave him as is.
Oh, sir. I am Amber Chaser, public defender. I'll be representing you. What seems to be? Let me know what's happened. How did you? How do we find ourselves here today?
Now, everything I'm about to tell you is not gonna be given to cops. This apartment is filled with corruption, which is why I left. Now, I know what you said last time. Basically, got the client on a almost on a conspiracy charge. That's why I'm gonna trust you on what I'm about to tell. I did.
Well,
rob the
everything
store.
you. Okay.
I did rob the store. I did evade. I did shoot at the cop. None of these
Who's hired you?
is gonna be on record, and none of these is gonna be said to the cops that I pled guilty on. Now, the cop over there, the arresting officer, did not witness me rob anything. All he witnessed was me being inside. So he has no evidence on the fact that I was robbing the place. Immediately as I took off, 10 seconds after, he decided that he wanted to pit me. And he attempted a pit and also rammed my vehicle. I feared for my life and I started opening fire. My gun is legal. As an ex-cop, I have a gun license. I'm sure they're gonna tell you that my gun license was revoked, but nowhere in the law or the policy does it state that it will be revoked upon signing or getting fired. For the record, I resigned. I do not want any question. If they say that they're charging me for the firearm because it wasn't licensed, let it be. I will fight it in court because I don't want them. With that corruption, they're gonna put it in the handbook before you can subpoena the proof that there's nothing in there.
Sure. Is that everything, or?
What you said?
Okay. Okay, so if I understand you correctly, the officers found you in a convenience store. They they witnessed you. Did not witness you steal anything in the store. Did you have any stolen property on your person?
I had normal money. There's no proof that those money was stolen.
Okay. And so after that, you left. You went ahead and left. Did the officers tell you to stop or anything, or they gave chase? Is that correct?
They gave chase. I stepped into the car and all he did was describe how I looked, so I drove off. It was, of course, an intentional evading. But no, he did not tell me to stop. He did not announce himself. He did a chase, and 10 seconds after the chase started, he immediately
He rammed you.
decided that he was gonna pit me. I felt in danger for my life.
Okay, and then that's when you opened fire, correct?
Say again?
And that's when you opened fire because you felt your life was threatened, correct?
Yeah, I opened fire because it felt like he was gonna cause me danger by pitting me and ramming my car. Including he's already breaching as a P by not identifying himself and asking for permission, or not asking for permission. He immediately said, "I'm going for a pit." So I don't know what else he
Right.
could do or would do to me. He's also
Okay.
a very aggressive cop, so as that is.
Understood. And then you're saying that you don't have you don't have a weapons license in this city. You have a weapons license from another city because you were a former police officer. Is that correct?
I do have a license in this city.
Oh, you do have a weapons license.
Yeah, I resigned as a police officer right here. I have a valid license.
Oh, okay. They're saying but they're arguing is no longer valid.
They probably will but don't bring that up. Ask them what my charges are.
No, I know.
They have been too incompetent to tell me what the charges are. If they bring up the possession of illegal firearm, just let that be.
Don't tell me how to do my job, dude. Right, sir. Okay. No, I'll need to get to see what they're charging you with. Let me find out, see if they have that all set up, and I'll let you know what your charges are, and we can go from there. One moment, please.
I ain't gonna make you speak to us through the bars. You can come on out.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. So do you have all the charges written up, or are you still working on those?
We do.
Okay. What is he being charged with?
All right, so we're looking at 3 charges: aggravated battery of a government employee, brandishing a firearm, and evading a law enforcement officer.
Arm evading. So aggravated battery of a government employee, banishing a firearm, and evading and fleeing.
A law enforcement officer.
Okay. All right. Let me let my client know. See how he wants to proceed. One moment.
Sure thing. He's looking at 70 months and $1,150 in fines.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Like still a little
Reading.
I've added.
Yeah, it does actually. I'm not gonna. We're not gonna push that.
That was in the bag. The gun information. Picture of the vehicle with the license.
One moment, sure. I'm just looking over everything. see here. Uh, it's trying to get that damn Pinot code up. Okay. Constitution. There we go. It's Google's. All right. Let's see. Aggravated battery. Yeah, it's 120. Oh, yeah. A few months. 100 and then 11. Yeah, I mean that's aggravated battery is 120 months alone of employee and 600. Okay. Brandishing a firearm. Let's see what that is.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Commander. You coming out?
No, just a quick question. I apologize. What's the official charge? The second one, brandishing a firearm. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
look it
we're
up in
looking
the
at,
library Pinot code.
Aggravated battery of a government employee brandishing a firearm and evading a law
Got that
enforcement
one.
officer.
And it's called brandishing a firearm. Okay. And then what's
Yes,
the
ma'am.
date and time? The fee and time you're looking at again?
It's
Is it 80 or
70
1050?
months and
70.
$1,150 fine.
Okay. Thank you very much on that.
Thank you.
That's not bad. What's a brandishing of a firearm though? I don't find it in the Pinot code, so what is this brandishing? Yeah, brandishing. Okay. So that has no times 100. Okay, sir. So your charges are aggravated battery of a public employee, brandishing a firearm, and fleeing and evading. They're going 70 months at 1050 fee.
They're going at what?
No. Can I say it?
Oh, yeah, by the way, I think you should know that when they read me my rights, I never said I understood them. I said I asked for a lawyer, and he said I'd take that as a yeah. There was no verbal, confirmation that I understood my rights or accepted.
But you did ask for a lawyer. Did they stop questioning you after you said you didn't understand your rights?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
But
All right.
anything
So
I
I'm
say
looking.
here, not to you, not what I tell you, is submissive in court. So if they try to bring anything I might have said to you to court,
Well, they will know what you said to me because I'm not going to tell them because we have client attorney approve it. So, okay, so I don't need to worry about that. I appreciate your concern. So I'm looking at this though. I'm looking at the charges and everything here. I'm gonna be honest with you. The fine is a little high. I can see if I can get the lower the fine based off the library penal code, but the months in prison, the aggravated battery alone is usually 120 months. So the fact that they're only giving you 70 and they are cutting quite a break. Now it's up to you. I mean, I can see if you plead guilty to any of this, that you can lower it even more. But if you're adamant on fighting these charges, I don't think they're going to drop them, and we will have to go to court. But would you want to consider a lesser time in prison if they're willing to for a guilty plea?
Hold on.
Because I'm looking at the charges and they don't look like anything that you don't admit to doing. There's nothing about having a legal weapon on here. It's just brandishing a weapon, which you did. You shot at the police. There's an aggravated battery of a police officers on this when you're shooting at them, and there's evading and fleeing, which he took off.
Is the there? So here's the
So
thing.
go ahead. Let me know. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
want to fight it because I wasn't gonna shoot him. I was not gonna shoot him until he decided to ram me in a non-fault hit. I don't feel that a felony charge of battery is fair when it is meant in self-defense. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, self-defense laws also count towards law enforcement of it.
Okay. Let me look over the definition of that one more time. I could go approach them and said that's concerned to see if they're willing to. So let me ask you this: if they were willing to drop the aggravated battery, would you plead guilty are you willing to plead guilty to the other two if it reduces your time and fee?
What was those charges again?
Brandishing of a firearm and fleeing, evading a police officer.
You know what? Only because I don't think that they'll go with it, I'll say yes. Let's see what they're gonna say.
Okay, I can present that over to them. Let me just look it over with the aggravated battery. Okay, let me see if I can sell that on to them. I think I might be able to. One moment. Yeah, can I go ahead and be let through? Thank you. All right, so I talked to my client. He's stating that the only reason he fired upon the police officer was that the police officer ran to try to pit his vehicle within, I think he said within 10, almost immediately after pursuing him, and he felt fear for his life. That said, if you're willing to drop the aggravated battery of a police officer, he'll plead guilty to the other two.
I'm not dropping that charge. He's lucky I didn't charge him with attempted murder.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, shooting at a police officer because they're escaping from a crime they've committed because they're in fear of their life.
I'm a little confused
No.
where two wrongs make a right here.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense.
Well, you're saying he wasn't robbing the.
No, we're not even saying that the initial thing was a wrong.
Mm.
What I'm saying is it doesn't make sense. Why? I'm saying like the phrase like why would it do bad? You know, why would you do bad upon somebody just because they did bad to you? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense, right?
Well, my client's saying that he wasn't robbing the store, and that with the police, and he's claiming that when he got into his vehicle, the officer didn't say stop or anything. He just did a description. He was pulling out normally, and then they gave chase. That's what my client's saying.
Okay. Well,
And then immediately, soon after the chase proceed. Okay. Well, that's I'm the same what my client say. All right, I'll let him know, and I'll let you know what he decides.
No worries, I'll let you back in.
Sure thing.
There you go.
Sure thing. Okay. Unfortunately, no, they won't drop that charge because you did shoot an officer, so that is non-negotiable.
By the way, they took $8 grand from me, and they're not even charging me for robbery. So I would like those money back.
I can see if that money will be returned to you. One moment. We could talk for the bars. I feel bad making you reopen it all the time. My client has a question. He says that he had 8,000 that was removed from him, and he's wondering if you will get that back because you're not
8,000.
charging him with robbery.
He did not have.
That's what he said.
$8,000. He had around 900.
900. Okay,
Yeah, 8,000.
that's what he told me.
He won the lottery on his way out of the store.
Apparently.
Yeah, he
Apparently.
had like $804 on him.
Maybe you made 800. Maybe I misheard him. Let me double check. But would he be getting that back? Because he has a point. I mean, it doesn't look like he's being charged. Oh, it's from the charges you read to me of robbery. So
I'm sorry. What did you just say, ma'am?
I'm sorry. Will he be, because one of the charges that 3 you read off of me, it's not robbery. He's wondering if he's getting that money back or is that actually being held for robbery.
Is he admitted into the store robbery?
Sorry, say again?
Is he admitting to the store robbery?
No, he admits he wasn't stealing the rob. He wasn't robbing the store, he's saying. That's why he's asking if he's getting his money back.
So if he wasn't robbing the store, then why did he run out the store even after Eastwood identified himself as an officer, he continued to flee. Even after hearing an officer identify himself and tell him to stop.
With lights and sirens
he
and a
says-
marked vehicle.
And
He says that the officer-
$988, ma'am? That's an excessive amount of money to have in cash in your pocket.
I understand. He's just asking
mean-
that he was. Well, so
I
will
don't
you be
really know a lot
charging
of
him for?
people- You know, I don't know. That's not me. I'm not the AO. So that's on Eastwood.
Okay.
I chose not to
Okay,
put a robbery charge simply because I saw him behind the register when I first pulled up. But as soon as I pulled up, he went running out. That's when I shouted, "Sheriff's deputy, stop!" He got in the car, took off.
Okay, I can go ahead and bring that back to him.
Yeah, so you can let him know any items that were not used in the commission of the crime that is not illegal, he will get back.
Okay.
Eastwood, can I bother you?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Thank you, Kelly.
Are you able to get in, ma'am? Sorry, I'm trying
Sorry.
to open it up as much as I can.
No, I was always just
There you
though.
go.
Sorry.
Is that better?
Nope, it's still
Is
locked.
it not open for y'all? Hold on, let me close and open it again. Oh, thank you so much. There you go.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I checked with the police. They said any items that used in the at the crime of the crime will be returned to you.
Say again.
And they said, did you? It said any items used that were not used in the form in the crime of charges will be returned to you. So I'm assuming you won't be getting your gun back, but yeah.
That's fine.
And did you say 8,000? Because they said you had 800 on you.
I think it was 8,000. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, they said it was like 840. So
I guess it could be 840, and I might have seen an extra so I don't know. They definitely took my money either way.
okay,
All right. Well,
all right, sir.
as long as I'm getting my money back, you know.
Okay, sir. All right, so I'm assuming because they wouldn't be able to drop that charge, you want to go ahead and take this to court.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
How long are you
So
gonna
then
be
in that
around
case, I'll be around for a few hours.
for? I'll probably see you when I'm out there.
All right, sir. All right. So they're probably they said that the charge will be then 70 months of 1050 fee. So I'll make sure that is when they send you to prison that's what they charge you with. I'll let you know that you want to bring this to court. Okay, he wants to take it to trial. Hi, thank you very much. Okay,
No worries,
he
come
wants
over
to
here.
take it to trial. Oh. Sorry.
That?
My client wants to take it to trial.
He wants to take it to trial. Do we have a judge available or anyone?
I do not know. I don't think. I'm not sure you meant a bench trial, but he's not going to plead guilty. He's not guilty, basically.
Okay, well, we can definitely take this to trial.
Wow.
Oh well.
That's fine. So
I guess we
that
need our
means he serves his full sentence here, right? He does not get time served or nothing. Is that correct?
No, because then if he comes back not guilty, that's when we will have to pay settlement, this, that, the other, and then we will follow the legal proceedings then. So
Yep.
at the moment, yes, it will be sent off with a not guilty plea. He will commit his time, and then we will be going to trial. So as PD, we will do the paperwork we need to do necessary as well.
There's a judge active at
We
the
need
moment. I
the
just-
prosecutor too.
Right.
We need our prosecutor as well.
Prosecutor's not here.
Mm.
All right, we will have to schedule in a date then. We will be in touch with the Department of Justice. We will come back in, and if you would like, is there anything you need to do with your client? Anything you need to speak with?
No, I just like when he said to see, I just be there to make sure that the right fine and time is issued. It always has been, but it's just a courtesy I do for my clients. But other than that, he will reach out to me after he's released, and we'll go for then.
Of course, of course. All right, officers, let's go do this. Callie, can you please let the men upstairs know that we'll be a
Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
No, no problem. I appreciate it.
If there's any issues,
No
just
worries.
call
All right,
out, we'll
everyone
be up
stay
there.
back for a second so I can give him his fine.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Now, if the judge is available, but no, actually, we need our prosecutor. We need our prosecutor. So we will schedule it in, and we will book a date where we all go to court. Yeah.
All right, there. Did you receive that? And that was in the amount of $1,150. At this time, you will be sentenced to Bolingbroke Prison. Is there anything that you wish to ask or say before you go? I'm sorry. Can you speak up, please?
Yeah, I'll see you in court.
Yeah. You're a joke.
Thank you.
Not worth it, Eastwood.
Don't even bother. Fallen from grace. He had every opportunity in the PD, and, well, downward spirals are a downward spiral.
All
I
right.
tried to explain to him Yep. I tried to explain that was a pretty good offer that he gave him, but he didn't want to take it. So.
Yeah, it's kind of
And he's-
silly.
Sorry.
He took. It's okay. It happens.
Yeah.
He has a lot of built up anger. So
I noticed.
What did he say to you, man?
I mean, I can't say because confidentiality. But what I've
Did he
showed
say anything
before, I mean,
personal about us? Like, I'm trying to figure out
No,
this
no, he
man. You
didn't.
don't
He
understand.
honestly
This man
didn't.
was in my academy class. He helped train me as a deputy. He literally helped train me, rode with me multiple days. And that man just pulled a fucking gun on me after hearing my voice, knowing who it was, and tried to fucking kill me.
he didn't actually say anything personal about any of you. He just seemed to know. It felt like he knew the law better.
Yeah. That's his problem.
So he wants to take his chances. So and he's entitled to.
Well,
So
yeah, we'll take the rest of this to court. All right. Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate you, man.
all right,
I'll help.
No-
I'll help you get out.
no problem. I appreciate it. I'm sorry you were
No
shot.
problem.
All right, Vashkov is here, right? So,
We appreciate your time. Thank you for coming so quickly.
let us in here.
No problem. Sorry that one didn't work out.
Hey, things happen. Things happen.
Yeah.
If he wants to take it to court, then we'll.
Yep. This is right.
Yep, for sure. All right, man. Well, you have a wonderful rest of your day and drive safely.
You too.
How you doing, sir? Good to see you again.
Anne?
Yes.
I wanted to apologize for just calling your first name earlier. I couldn't remember your last name. This is my first day, and I didn't want to be disrespectful, ma'am.
Oh, I took no offense to it at all. That's fine. You may call me Amber. I'm not too formal. That's fine.
No, I was calling you Mrs. Chaser. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
But
you
yeah,
make Miss Chaser, Amber Chaser, public
wonderful.
defender. It's fine.
All right. Well, we'll have a lot of contact because I'm dispatch here, first day. So
Oh, you finally got
Gretchen
dispatched. That's
Walker.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you, Gretchen.
Pleasure to meet you as well. As you can tell, I'm very nervous and so much is happening, and I don't know what is going on.
Oh, don't be nervous. I mean, you're probably being a lifesaver, honestly, for this department. They need you to dispatch your pad, so that's good news. You're doing fine.
Well, thank you for coming on such a short notice, and even after your meeting, I'm sure you're gonna relax at home now. Ooh, oh boy.
Unfortunately not. No, I have some cases I need to prepare for, but then afterwards I'll probably do some relaxing.
Relax. That's good. All right. Well, you take very good care of yourself and be safe out here.
Hey, you as well. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, I don't know what that guy wanted out of that. I mean, he's claiming that, I mean, he admitted to me that he did it, and then he even admitted, I mean, it's fine, you can do that to your defender. But he admits he did it, and he wants scot-free because what? He said no, but it just, like, it doesn't work that way then. They literally gave him a soft, I mean, all right, we'll take it to court. I don't know, that's gonna be a hard one. But we'll try it. I mean, it's basically going to be a he said, she said. And I mean, like, you got cops here saying they did read you your rights. They did announce why you were in. I mean, I can just survive. Oh well. Hey, that wouldn't be a challenge. We can figure something out. They kind of, and the thing I don't know is kind of puts me in the spot. Like, the cops are not being unreasonable about that. I mean, if they pit it a little soon, maybe, but I mean, I don't know. Who's to say that you just open fire on them? I don't know. I think that character has a little pent-up anger from not making it in the police force, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We will get more details. We'll move forward with it. But anyways, I mean, it's a kind of a hard thing. I mean, I get the frustration if they were a little hit crazy on that or anxious. As a criminal, that is frustrating. As someone who played a criminal for most of his life. But if you know, but if you open up and then you're open up bad. I mean, I rather just have it taken it, not shot at the cop, and then and then that would have been the stronger case. And when he did get arrested, he could say that immediately started bashing my car around, and then and the whole fleeing from the police more kind of after being bashed around would have more like oomph on it. And I don't know. And I don't know the details. That's one I would have to actually. I had to get the police report to get the whole thing. I can get his. Because there's, yeah. Wait, who banned you? What? Wait, are you the guy just representing the salesman? Oh, okay, so you're not the person I just represented. You're someone else. Is that correct? All right, man. I'm just letting you know. Okay, I don't think you can be in my channel if you're. I mean, I don't know. That might be a server rule. I'm just warning you, dude. But yeah. Okay. I mean, okay. I don't know anything about all that. I mean, that's something you need to take up with yeah. Wait. So you were. Okay, man. I don't know. All right, man. Appreciate it. Sorry I couldn't get work with the off, are you? Is there another one? Check it out. It's ours. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Over. In the belt. Misha. put prices on the name and maybe he's taking the day off. It's kind of I think how to move forward. I'll drive around and see what's going around the city. Those cases are hard when it like it's out like you know when you have someone say I am guilty, you know, obviously again that's fine, they can say that they're guilty or whatever, but you're still gonna have to determine what their level of guilt is based off the law. Yeah, I mean they could be guilty but they could police still sometimes stack by mistake and they do or charge the wrong thing, whatever, and as a public defender that's not gonna be my job at that point. But if you're gonna make guilt and it's gonna be a he said, she said, I just don't. Unfortunately, I can't see a way how I can get you out of that. That's all it's gonna be in trials. It'll be he said, she said, and they're gonna believe 3 cops over a former officer who fired on an officer. I mean, that's how it's gonna look. I could try to sell that, but it's gonna be hard. Think what. In fact, I didn't realize that one of the officers were actually shot until, like, you know, they slash the bandages. I think I knew that ahead of time. I wouldn't have been so confident that I could get that charge dropped. But, yeah. I mean, it was a very, yeah. haven't been up to Mirror Park in a while. I'm gonna check that out. Maybe the thing is though that some cases are just you can't do anything. You just gotta talk to the client and say I'm sorry based on the service. This is the best you're probably gonna get. I mean, I can't. And then they say, I mean, so if you're adamantly not doing this affair, we can take it to trial. But I don't think I can negotiate anymore because they're saying one thing, you're saying the other. Yet to. But then again, that's what happened to the Vaskov case. That's what happened. And then I got the police report and everything. And I'm like, oh, look at here. And then I feel that strong case. So sometimes that's for the best that it moves forward. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I need to see what the police. I need to get all the details. So yeah, I wish Bryce was there. Bryce, I did need Bryce's help on that one a little bit, I think, but it's all right. It was pretty adamant he wanted to get out scot free, and they weren't gonna do that. So yeah, that was doomed to go to trial. But yeah, I'll just need more details. I'll do it for you for the if he does reach out to Amber, I'll do it for you, and then we'll look in all the details and see what we can do. Miss Exit. Oh. Yeah. Oops. Well, I guess I'm going over to Easy Gary Bears. Ugh. Put down for 1 second and there. I had somebody.
Yes, prices have gone up a lot.
Hello.
Hi, I
How may
got
I
a
help
little
you,
bit of
ma'am?
fender bender. I
Fender
just got
bender,
some
you
damage
say?
stuff from. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Well, let me
yeah, okay.
check it out for you.
Headlights do be optional.
Let me make sure
I do like this
nothing else
stuff.
is missing.
Wire wheels that get stuck in.
I need to do some time here too on Tommy. Maybe tonight. If Fresh doesn't show up. Since I was going to meet with him to go over cases, but.
Here. Let me just pull it in a little bit. Can you unlock it for me, please?
Oh.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Looks like you'll be due for an oil change soon. Good comment.
An oil change?
Sorry?
You said I'd be due for an oil change?
Yeah, not today, but I'd say you're at about, I don't know. I've had to give it a number, like 39% of your oil life left.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
So I'd probably say, you know, in the next, I'd say by the end of the weekend, you'll probably be due, depending on how much driving you do.
I'll come by again and get that taken care of then.
Yeah. Like I say, you're not, you know, the engine's not smoking and you're not on fire, so you should be good.
Yes.
I want to make sure
those are always
that
good
you have
signs.
that stuff, you know, keep people aware. Otherwise, things get expensive.
As I tend to do with most vehicles.
Yeah, yeah. I just had one guy in, his repairs were like $1,200 because he wasn't doing any of his maintenance stuff.
Oh. Learn it the hard way, I guess.
Yep.
All right. So just for a quick little patch up. Honestly, you didn't really get much done, so I'll just cover this one for you, because I don't want to charge you freaking 151 for, or I mean, the price for just like a little repair, just a little fender bender. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
I'm not gonna charge you for like a whole repair kit. That's crazy. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, then we can at least give you a tip.
You're welcome. What was your name, by the way?
It's Amber. Amber Chaser. I'm a public defender here in the city.
Oh, Miss Amber, public defender, huh? So you are the ones you're a public defender. So you defend the public, or you defend law enforcement? Which one is that?
No. So if you get arrested and find yourself being held at the sheriff's office, reach out and we come down and represent you.
Okay, good to know. Good to know, Miss Amber. Interesting.
Yep. I usually have my information up in all the P.O. boxes.
Good to know. All right, Miss Amber. Well, you take care. Thank you so much.
Sure. Did you want my post office right now?
I'll go to you if they're already at the post office. I mean, you're here. I might as well get it. I was just gonna go to the post office and write it down, but yeah, I'll grab it from you since you're here.
Okay. It's WN as in Nancy, 439.
Awesome. Got it. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
WN
And thank you for
439. All right, cool.
That's it.
Yeah, and you know.
Hi.
Yeah, definitely. We'll cross the bridge when we get there. If I ever need you, I know who to contact.
Well, ideally, hopefully you never will, but if you do, you know.
You know, you
Feel free.
never say never. Never say never. I don't plan on
Fair enough.
getting issues, but never say never. Because
No.
between you and me, Miss Amber, there might be an issue, but we'll see.
Oh,
Let me talk to you.
absolutely.
Hypothetically speaking, right?
Okay.
If I legally obtained a weapons license and a weapon, hypothetically, and let's say I used said weapon, hypothetically, and got arrested for using said weapon, hypothetically, I wouldn't get in trouble because I went about it the correct way, correct?
Well, it depends how you use that weapon. Was it for self-defense?
Yes, of course, for self-defense, hypothetically.
Okay, well, if you have a legal weapons license that you obtained from the state legally, and a weapon that's legally purchased from the state, not one you found, because you never know, because you realize handguns have ID numbers on them, so if someone does a bunch of bad things with a gun, that bought surprise, threw it away, and you picked it up and thought, oh, free gun, well, if you got arrested and they traced that ID number back to what's on record, then you could be on the hook for all those crimes.
No.
Okay.
So hypothetically, I might
Hypothetically.
have went to might have went to the police station when I went to go get my driver's license, and an officer when I went to this the officer in the PD office. I went to go get my driver's license, and I got my driver's license. But when I was in there, I said, hey, do I need these other IDs that are available as well? And he said, yeah, get what you need. And I said, okay. So I legally, hypothetically, allegedly might have obtained a regular ID card, a driver's license, and a weapons license, hypothetically, allegedly, maybe. So that's why I was like, yo, I would love to have a weapon to use in self-defense, but if I ever get caught up in a situation where I have to use that, I just want to make sure all my I's are dotted and T's are crossed, hypothetically, allegedly,
Do you recall the name of this officer that helped you?
I don't, because I don't know anybody in PD. They didn't introduce themselves, and I legitimately just was like, hey, I went to the PD, hypothetically, allegedly, you used the payphone to ring them there. Dude, he said, hey, I said, hey, I need a driver's license. He walked me upstairs to the clerk. I talked to the clerk, and that's when I said, allegedly, hypothetically, hey, man, I might, do I need everything in here? Like, do I need the ID card, the driver's license? And he said, yeah, get whatever you need. And I said, okay, cool. And I got all 3 items, allegedly, hypothetically, maybe.
Right. Well,
so legally, I
mean,
I
if
obtained it legally, and I asked, hey,
right,
do I need all of these? And they said, get what you need. And I said, okay, allegedly, hypothetically.
I mean, you did that legally, but I believe officially, the state hasn't issued any weapons licenses yet. So, I mean, that's gonna be tricky.
You see,
I mean,
you see, that's my thing. Like, if you're not issuing them, then why have them available for people to get? You see what I'm saying?
they could be getting ready to start issuing. Holy shit, that guy flew by.
Is just wait until that happens, and then hypothetically, allegedly purchase a weapon.
Yes, I would. I mean, well, let me ask you: is there any place that's even selling weapons? Because I've been by.
Absolutely.
Ammunition's locked up.
I know of 3 locations, allegedly, hypothetically, of course.
Legally, you're correct.
Yeah, legally. Legal ammunitions. I know 3 ammunitions where I can allegedly walk inside and look through the catalog and see about ammo boxes and weapons that I can buy, allegedly, hypothetically.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think you. I can't blame
Because
you when I says you're.
You know what I'm saying? Because like by law, I did it correctly, and it's not technically my
I know you're
fault
saying that.
that your officer let me talk to that clerk who gives us everything. In my opinion, I think that your officer should have been like, hey, what do you need? I need a driver's license. Okay, cool. Let me go grab it for you. Talk to the clerk, grab the identification, and then give it to me versus me being able to just go in there and grab it. You know what I'm saying? I understand there's loopholes and rules and regulations, but I feel like I just found a loophole because, you know,
If I'm being perfectly honest with you, I feel that's one of the situations. Like, if you have a situation where you use a gun for illegal matters, then that's gonna be really bad for you. It's gonna, add more to
correct, and I don't plan on doing
the
that.
fallout. But if you use it for like legitimate self-defense, I want to say that the police will be more willing, understanding if you don't. This was the circumstances, and you show them. But honestly, I mean, I don't blame you when accessing your Second Amendment rights. You know, A is a dangerous city out there. That said, I mean, I would try to avoid using that weapon until you hear the official announcement from the city that gun licenses are being issued. But I mean, it's up to you. But I'm saying that I feel as it's going to be. If you're pretty confident that you will only use it in a legal manner, then you should be fine. And if you explain that to the police, that should be, as well, because I can understand that happening. Oh,
what's this, Sparky?
I'm gonna be heading out. I think it's been a long day for me. So
okay, no problem.
You know how to take these signs down when you're if you're taking out.
I do.
Okay, yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll see you when I see you.
All right.
Have a good evening. Well, actually, I just got my pager just brought off, so I gotta check my mail. But yeah, that's what I would advise you. I mean, use discretion. I mean, if you feel like you're gonna use it only for like self-defense and whatnot, then it's your choice. But it's gonna probably raise some eyebrows, and you have to do some explaining. But I personally would just try to avoid using it unless you have to until the city announces it.
Okay, cool. All right, good to know. Thank you so much.
But legally, you should be fine because you said you went to the officer to get your IDs. That's the only way I know to get a weapons license is through that individual at the PD, at the sheriff's department. So, yeah.
Okay, cool beans. All right, well, I will let you go to the post office, and thanks for coming by and talking with me.
No problem. If you have any issues with that, definitely reach out to me and we can legally discuss that for you.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good one. I'm not gonna lie. The guy told me I have my weapons license on Amber. Because the guy told me this. They told me the exact same thing. But I haven't bought a gun yet, so I'm just gonna pocket that weapons license until they announce it. I should put that in my apartment, actually. Let's see here. I mean, it's a crazy time. Someone probably misspoke and whatever, and not. Baby. I'm not saying he was, but there's a lot of people who want to, like, get your moments on the police, and that's not a really good way to approach a, I feel treat a police around a new server has only been up for 20 days. Or, less than 20 days, 16 days. I mean, mistakes are gonna happen. It's a soft opening, Oh. Okay, perfect, Chase. I see. I've been seeing a lot of ads. Are the billboards working again? No, they're not working. DOJ, I can read it there. All right. Bryce, cool. We can discuss those cases. I really want to do that today. When the Crows are gonna open up Mirror Tavern, I noticed that popped up on the map. Probably, it makes sense. I would die.
Have a good day.
Howdy,
Hello.
howdy.
All right, Bryce. so it's downstairs then. Oh, there he is. He's fine. Ah, sorry, yawn right into the mic.
Yeah, that's what I try. I don't, my worst fear is, being in the courtroom and then all of a sudden, everybody's vomiting and puking.
Oh no, that's
Ew,
bad
what
right
happened?
there. Oh, we're talking about how people, when they're sick, they should just stay home and don't spread germs around the office.
Oh, yes, then absolutely.
How you doing, Miss Chaser?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I apologize. I was not in attendance for that meeting.
It's all right. He bumped it up last minute, so you're good.
Gotcha. Because I looked at it, I was like, wait, I thought
No.
the other meeting's Saturday, and I was like, I don't think I have a meeting today. And then I looked at my mailbox, and I was like, oh, I guess I do.
No, he wanted to meet as soon as possible, and
That's okay.
I reached out to him when I got in the city. Yes.
You want to discuss that information in your office?
Sure.
Okay. Excuse us. Apologies.
No, you're all
we
good.
just
Do
have
what
to
you
go
gotta do.
over some information.
Have you been in my office yet since you woke up? Have you been in my office yet since you woke up? If not, hear me. All right. There was a note for you on my desk, by the way.
Yes, I saw. I'm excited, and I also want to prolong it as long as possible.
Oh, you haven't looked yet? You're crazy.
They want to give me my results in person.
Oh.
Yeah.
That could be good. That's a good sign, I think.
Oh well. Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a
That's
formality.
kinda- Maybe. I don't know. Well, let's think optimistically. All right. So let me go ahead and get you up to speed at our meeting with Mr. Veskov.
Okay.
Let me get my notes out real quick. I figure you can do those. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. All right. So, yeah, it basically confirmed pretty much everything we heard while we were in the cells and whatnot, and what's missing from the police report. Basically, let's see here. Look at my notes. Him and his brother were told about a place that actually purchased recyclable goods. They've been basically making a living by using recyclables, selling them to like Hayes and Benny's, mechanical shops. When they arrived at the facility, it was open. They did not break in. The door, how he explained it was that the door was like halfway open, but he could freely get in, so he didn't think anything of it. So he didn't intentionally break an entry or trespass. And then while they were there, they figured they must have, tripped an alarm or something, a silent alarm, because the police showed up and basically arrested them. He had no stolen goods on him. When they questioned his it was him and his brother. His brother admitted to being there to steal everything. He took full blame for everything. And he did in fact said that he's going to get us a written statement stating such that we'll bring to the pre-trial, basically stating that my client, yeah. So I don't know if the police misheard them, or they're trying to do a prisoner's dilemma and failed horribly. But no, the brother actually admitted full guilt that he was there to rob. To full responsibility. Besides that, I think regarding this case, 1 second. So they took off him $220 bills of what they say are marked bills or dirty money. Here's a question: how do you know those are marked bills? I mean, unless they had set up some kind of sting operation, which I highly doubt that the sheriff's office, 12 days into the reopening, had any time to do for. I think this is an assumption. I think we should argue to get that money back. There's no way to tell because those bills are marked or not. And if so, this would mean that our client attained him illegally. I questioned Mr. Veskov, and he says that when he does sell his materials to mechanical shops, they pay in cash. So perhaps those bills were in circulation through one of them, and that's how he got them.
Right.
If they are in fact marked bills. So, and I'm pointing that out because that is the main reason. That's how they said he had stolen property on him, was those marked bills. So they need to prove that they are in fact marked bills and that my client knew that they were. So I don't see how they could do that.
I agree with that 100%. But did you
Yeah.
get in the meeting with Mr. Vasily, did you confirm that he did not have those marked bills on his person, right? They were in his car from
No,
what I
they were in
remember.
they were in his car. All this stuff was in his car.
So I think
He had nothing.
your assessment of the marked bills is correct. I'm still of the opinion that the angle to try to get criminal possession of stolen property dropped, even if they somehow claim that the marked bills inherently are illegal, is that if our if our client was never charged with, like, if robbery A gets dropped because he didn't rob anything, then if he wasn't charged with that, they would have never had any sort of reason to search his vehicle. Or, well, I think I just missed something. Because he had 2 joints on him, right? And that's what they considered
did.
controlled substance? Is that right?
Right, that is a controlled substance.
Oh, shit. Okay, so even if they searched his person, if they didn't charge him with robbery, I just thought of this. If they didn't charge him with robbery, but they found the joints on his person, they still could have arrested him and towed his car, which means that they would have found the marked bills either way.
Now here's the thing. So I'm actually going to argue that they returned everything except for the joints, because this is what they found. This is what's in the evidence from the police report. $220 bills of marked bills, 2 joints, 50 poppy plants, and 1 box of 38 special ammo. The poppy plants, I looked up and down the Constitution and the penal code. There is nothing saying that it's a protected plant, like it's a state flower or anything. There's nothing illegal about having poppy plants in your trunk. Now, I know what you're going to say. I know, yes, poppy plants, opium. If you look in the U.S. Constitution, and I don't even say that we are not the U.S. Constitution, sorry, state Constitution, and I'm not going to say we need to go that angle. On the Schedule 1 substances, opium is not listed.
Oh, that is.
Nor is there reference in any of the penal codes.
That's interesting. You know how in the Constitution it also talks about I believe it's the medical board, right? For the hospital. I wonder if the hospital has any sort of documentation that exists that classes drugs. You know what I mean?
No, you lost me.
Because if there's nothing in the Constitution, if there's like a medical board, they could try to get like a medical professional from the hospital to, you know, state if it's considered, you know, a drug, a certain, class of drug. I don't know if that
Well,
is the case though, so maybe we could.
It doesn't
maybe
even
that might be
matter
worth looking
because he
at.
didn't. It doesn't even matter though because he didn't have opium on it. He had poppy flowers. He had flowers, and the flower I checked it up. And it's not state. It's not like state flower protected. 'Cause I know that the state of California has a poppy as their state flower, and that not allowed to pick those. I mean, there's nothing regarding that. So I mean, and I'm not saying that they use that as it's obviously they're referring to marijuana, but I don't see why they took these off him. So I just saying we should argue to get those back for him. I think we have a case for that. Now, here's the thing that I'm also the only thing I'm only concerned about is the box of ammo. Because I know in other cities, without a weapons license, it's illegal to both have a weapon and or ammo. But he said he found that in the garbage bin. And who's to say he wasn't going to turn that into the police? And I believe him because I've heard stories of what people have found in the garbage here in the city. So, anyways, but the thing I want to also touch on was the trespassing. So trespassing reads as follows. No person shall enter any residence, business, or attached lot or yard to any residence or business and remain on the property without consent of the owner after being requested to leave said place. The police never asked him to leave the area. So I don't think they can even put trespassing. He didn't break the entry, so he thought he was freely walking into a public business to where he was going to sell his own goods. And the police show up. They say they're not supposed to be, or they don't. He said they don't tell him to leave. They just arrest him. They search him, and then they search his vehicle. And I'm not explaining it very well, but I'm trying. I'm a little tired.
You're right. It does say after being requested to leave said place. He was never told to leave in the first place.
Uh-huh.
The PD also didn't notate what type of call they were responding to in the report. Did you notice?
Yeah, I just
that?
said alert. Mm-hmm. So we don't know that someone called an in, suspicious activity. We don't know that it was a silent alarm, a security alarm.
Yeah, now that you pointed out, I think possibly we can get that thrown out. I was of the opinion that we weren't going to be able to get around trespassing because he was in the building, but with the door being unlocked, the no signs of break-in, and with the verbiage of the penal code, I think that may be enough to get that dropped, maybe.
Yep. And then
the only thing that kind of
I
scares
just
us is the friend that admitted to robbing the place. I think they might use that to try to derail this entire strategy that we have.
But the brother actually admitted that he say that he admitted to that he was there to do that and not the brother. So, I mean, we would have had to make sure that the statement specifically states that and make sure it's clear precise. But, I mean, our client's saying that he went in there with good intentions. Maybe the brother knew more about this. Unfortunately, it sounds like the brother and this friend that shared the location of the place were in the known, and they kind of left our client in the dark a little bit, unfortunately. Which is, that's a family matter for them to figure out, whatever. But in their case, so our client is stated, and I have no reason to not believe him that he was going there under the best intentions to, make a deal regarding his recyclables. make it around and turn it on his buck. So now, if they did break into the entrance and break the door, either bashed it down or use bolt cutters or whatever, and he refused to leave the premises, etc., then yes, I understand why they would charge for all that, but they're not. From what I understand from our clients is that he was, when they showed up, he wasn't sure why they were even there, and they explained to him he didn't even get a chance to, to have his side of the story and or to, say, oh, I'm sorry, let me leave then. I did not know. Because he didn't have anything on him from the, you would assume that he stole from the what is it? It's a scrap yard? Let me look. Yeah, scrap yard. So he didn't have any scrap on him. And they didn't confiscate any scrap for him. So he didn't even have anything that would suggest that he actually stole anything from the area. But you're right. They're gonna use the brother against us. So that's the one. So that's what we're gonna have to try to counter as much as we can or prepare for. Any further thoughts?
Miss Chaser?
I'm sorry. Did you? Yes. Any further?
Did you hear me?
Did you hear what I was saying? Oh no, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I was speaking too softly.
Oh.
You want me to repeat myself?
Yes, if you could. I didn't hear anything. Sorry.
Okay. So what I was saying was, is I agree with what you were saying about, the brother. We need to counter the prosecution by, essentially stressing that the brother acted alone. But I think it might be worth getting the brother up onto the witness stand to not only, state that he acted alone, but to stress in some way, shape, or form that, he either didn't tell his brother about the intentions to rob or didn't clue his brother in on what was actually going on. Something to,
If the follow, sure, Ramon.
something to the
Appreciate it.
effect to make sure that there's no doubt that our client wasn't aware of what was going on, because they're gonna use the argument that, oh well, you were with your brother, and he said he was there to rob the place, so how did you not know that you were there to do that? They might try to do that.
Well, I think and you're right. And the good news is I did talk to the brother was there at the meeting as well. And he said he will also testify on stand. So if he needs to.
Perfect.
So, but I think where we have a argument is it sounds like when they got into the facility, the brothers split up. So our client didn't know what his brother was up to. They were at different places. So that could be that we could argue the fact that the brother that's why, because the brother wasn't in the know. That's why he split up for him so he can go and do the shady stuff without him noticing it, and come back later and say, oh yeah, I made a deal for all this. I looked all this scrap I bought, brother. Oh, good deal. Let's go. What a good day, whatever. And I think we can make that argument. I mean, it's a little bit of a tiny bit of a stretch, but I mean, it helps the fact that if they were side by side the whole time when they were arrested and he had all that, then yeah, I mean, you would notice it, but because they split off, I think he was found with maybe stolen goods and our client wasn't, then there's some deniability there, I think.
I definitely think that there's some deniability there. Because in the report, it says Officer Peterson moved upstairs into a storage room where one suspect exited to speak with officers. They were put in cuffs immediately. Officer Peterson proceeded to search the building and found the suspect. Now, I have a problem with this report because they don't actually specify who they found where, but it sounds like per the report that they were separated too, so that helps try to
Yeah.
sell that story, you know. Not that it's a story that it's not true, but to try to get that across to the judge
Right.
is what I mean.
Right. I mean, and it sounds like the brother wants to fully cooperate. It feels like the brother doesn't want his, he did his brother, our client, a bad, in a bad spot. And he feels bad about it, so he wants to make sure that he doesn't go down for his mistakes. That's a
So it
bullshit,
sounds
but
like we have an idea of how we want to go about, like we have an angle to go about this case. So how do we take this discussion about the angle that we're choosing and kind of put it together into a strategy plan where we can start like making up questions that we're going to be asking the brother and whatnot.
Sure thing. Before we go any further, I want to let you know. So I'm waiting for the brother to give me a written statement signed. I would get that a signed affidavit, but I don't believe there's any notaries in the city. So hopefully that will just an unnotarized statement will do. He's going to present that saying that he's admitted that him and him alone was there to rob the facility, not his brother, and that's what he said to police. Which is going to look really bad to the officers. I mean, he's going to give that, but our client also, because we are trying to get these charges removed, he does want compensation for the time he spent. He says this has caused he mentioned this has caused some damage to his position in his job, and etc. whatnot. So he's going to give me an estimate of costs related to having been jailed for this, and then we're able to present when we did the pre-trial as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we
Yeah, just so you know.
Should seek damages for him in this case.
Yeah. So to go back to what you were saying, okay. So I think what we're gonna do, so for trespassing, we're gonna argue the fact that when the client's brother arrived at the facility, the door was open, it was not locked, so they freely went in, so there was no breaking and entering. But our client went there under the pretense that this was a legit business that was purchasing recyclable materials, much like the mechanical shops here in Los Santos do. Him and his brother went to the facility and then split off to look around to see if there was anybody on the premises to do business with or what was there. That's when they entered. Police showed up, must have triggered a silent alarm or something. They apprehended both for clients separately. My client, and then they took our client. They searched the car, found what they said was dirty money, but how can they prove that? So we'll push that case. Then we'll say basically, criminal possession of stolen property. 1, it wasn't on our client's possession, any stolen property, no materials, and the materials in the vehicle. You have to prove that they were marked bills and that our client knowingly obtained them illegally. If these were marked bills in circulation already, our client does business with other businesses. They pay in cash. Who's to say that they got, circulated for there? Maybe someone who did steal the bills, paid for repairs at a facility, like a mechanical shop. They had that money, and then they used that money to pay our client. So they needed to, before they just throw the book in our client, they only need to track the path of that money to find out where it came from, basically. So that will throw out criminal possession of stolen property. And then the robbery, because there was nothing on our client's possession that that was from any scrap or anything that was assumed that came from that said scrapyard, and that his brother admitted to being the robber in this case, intentions of robbery where my client had none, and they admitted that in the cells that they can charge that as well. And there you go, everything except for the possession of controlled substance off the board.
Okay, so just to rephrase real quick for you, essentially the strategy is trespassing. The front door was unlocked and was not broken into. The client was unaware of the brother's reason to go into the location. How can the police prove the dirty money / marked bills are illegal? What stolen goods was stolen to constitute robbery? Our client had no possessions on his person that belonged to the place that was allegedly robbed. Is that correct?
And then also, I forgot, the cops never asked our client or his brother to leave the premises, which is which is in the definition of trespassing.
Say that last part again.
And the police never asked our client to leave the private property, which is in the description of trespassing. It would have never requested to leave the property, leave the premises. Nor did anybody at the scrapyard approach them. I mean, honestly, this would have been all avoided if the owners of the scrapyard were there and said, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here." And then they're like, "Oh, oops, sorry. We thought this was a place to do business." I mean, unfortunately, they weren't ever, not working that day or whatnot. So it's like I said, basically, for our client's sake, it's a big misunderstanding, and we feel that the sheriff's office is going very hard. What it could be a simple, a finger wag and say, "Yeah, next time, be careful. Check ahead." Don't just assume you can go into, and check your sources, kind of thing. I mean, I'm not pointing out explaining it the best way because I'm getting a little tired. But that's,
No, you did great.
we'll clean it up, of course.
I like this strategy. I think this will work. I think we got it.
Perfect. And as soon as I get that statement from the brother and the itemized reimbursement from our client, I'll go ahead and file that motion, and we'll move from there.
Perfect.
All right. So I guess we can go ahead and move into Mr. Stacy's case. So basically, okay, I'm going to my notes here I have right down here is so regarding assault of a government employee, he never assaulted the officer. In fact, Commander Sky was the one that punched him. He responded by asking why she did and how would she feel if he defended himself accordingly with a crowbar or baseball bat in hand, but he never actually swung it at her. And looking at self-defense in the city constitution, it states, all people are, by nature, free and independent and have inalienable rights. Among these are enjoying defending life, liberty, acquiring, possessing, protecting self and property, and pursuing and obtaining safety, happiness, and privacy. Self-defense shall be an affirmative defense raised by a member of the state in which the citizen must demonstrate the citizen believes such a force was immediately necessary for the purpose of protecting themselves against the unlawful use of force by another. Defense of property shall not extend the use of deadly force. Our client just made a comment. He didn't even actually respond to being hit. And nowhere in the report does it say that he assaulted any of the officers that were present. So it's missing. So on those grounds alone, I would say they have to throw away assault on a government employee. Bribery. Our client never bribed the officer or attempted to bribe the officer. He basically stated that if they wanted to hire his services, as in this is a hard phrase because of what he does, but basically he said, if he wants to hire their service towards the buggos in retaliation that he's willing to do so. He never said, hey, if you pay me a certain amount, I won't, throw you off a bridge or kidnap you from off a bridge, whatever it was, right? But if we look at the definition of bribery, no person shall give, offer, or receive a bribe with corrupt intent to influence the decision of an official matter. This wasn't an official matter. Junior is not a state, that's not. That's a private matter, basically. And he wasn't like,
Right.
and they're not saying that he bribed them not to arrest him or anything like that. So there's nothing here to suggest his bribery at all. And that's why we would want that also overturned as well. Finally, disorderly conduct. I think you had the best argument for this, and I was trying to remember it, but I found one of my own. If you look at the charges, one second, let me
Looking
that
at my
up.
notes, if I remember properly, the disorderly conduct. My question was, what did he do prior to fleeing when he was in front of Sky, to inconvenience the public or to disrupt others? Because, from what the report says, he just walked up to them, talked to them, and then she pulled a gun on him and he ran away. So I don't.
Okay,
And
good
plus,
point.
I remember he said they stated, I believe, someone stated that she decided to slap on disorderly conduct down in the cells, almost like it was
Right.
a matter like a spontaneous thing, rather than it being because
And-
of something during the incident. I don't really think we could do
And
anything with
looking-
that information though.
Well, if you look at the charges, look, they slapped on him fleeing and eluding and evading a law enforcement officer, where literally you're back to back on the penal codes. And basically kind of are like, except the only difference between is one is a misdemeanor, one's a felony, but they kind of cover the same territory. I personally feel like by doing fleeing and looting, evading a law officer, and disorderly conduct, that is some major stacking right there. I feel that is goes long. That's like basically 3 charges covering the same things, except 2 are misdemeanors and one's a felony.
Well, the
So
problem is
I think
he pleaded no contest to the evading of a law enforcement officer, and he
that's
pled
right, and that's
guilty to fleeing and eluding.
right.
the
So
only thing that
my
we can get
our
dropped is disorderly conduct.
It's a
Even
disor-
if fleeing and
which is what
eluding
he
and
wants.
evading were stacked, we can't fight that.
I understand. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you already got him. He already pled guilty to two charges that are basically the same thing. You're gonna
Wait.
throw a third one at him now?
Can we fight no contest? It's only guilty that we can't fight. We can fight no contest, right?
I mean, I can ask. We can ask one of the judges, but if I think if we do, we should. Because I feel like
But
all
to
3 of those
try.
cover the same. I mean, I feel that that's the sacking. I feel like that he was talking about right there. I mean, that's basically the first 2. I mean, if you look at their descriptions, let me bring them up real quick. So, evading a law enforcement officer is no person shall invade or attempt to evade or elude any law enforcement officer acting within their duties. Sorry, long description. Or under the circumstances which require a person to stop. The next one is fleeing and eluding. Exact same description, except it adds in a reckless or negligent manner that eludes the public. But basically, right there, it shows like it's just an S. It's like that's almost like eluding A and B, basically how they're worded.
Yeah, you can't. In my opinion, you can't charge both because fleeing and
Yeah.
eluding encompasses evading a law enforcement officer.
Exactly. So
Yeah, I'm.
and
in
then when
agreeance
we
with
get
that. I think that they, because what I remember is they said that Mr. Stacy fled, and there was a car chase, wasn't there, or no?
I don't know if it was so much a car chase as if there was he tried to get into her car several times and they played like musical cars, I think, or something, or musical seats. That's what the impression I got. But going back to what we're saying, and then you read his description because I'm reading again of
I got you.
of
He would
disorderly
normally be
conduct.
fighting, fleeing, and eluding, but because he's pled guilty to that, we have to drop. We have to get evading of a law enforcement officer drop. Even though that would have been the
Right.
correct charge, probably because he didn't actually drive away.
Right. And then if you look at disorderly conduct, no person shall engage in conduct that would cause unreasonable inconvenience to the public or otherwise dispute others around them in a public place. I kind of feel like, again, that's the same charge of the other two, except it's for the public, not the police or a public official. So again, that's where, again, this vibe of stacking. They're basically three versions of the same alleged crime, except with very little different descriptions. One's regarding, like I said, shoot, let me go back on it. Fleeing.
Yeah, I do think that having all three of those together is
Yeah.
a problem.
That's a big sack. And he pleaded guilty to one of them. So, I mean, that's cooperation right there. I mean, I think, yeah, I think we should argue very strongly to, if we can argue dispute no contest to get that the reckless removed, and then the other one, or if they want to do it, I mean, I don't know if they can, but I mean, it should be one of those out of the three if we can. Only unless no contest fits that from happening. But if we can get it, we get the 2 of the 3 removed, and then I think right
definitely
there, I
we
think that'll
should
be
ask a justice about if a no contest can be reversed, because I would, if it can't be reversed, then there's no point in us trying to form a strategy around that charge because they won't want to hear it.
So yeah, I think those are the angles we should go on Mr. Stacey's case because like I said, I mean, the first one was he never assaulted her. There's no recording of it or any record of it in the police report, and he's saying that she in fact assaulted him. And then the other one, let's see here, bribery, did not bribe, office offers services. We could make the argument that he's always, like, I think the biggest thing is maybe the telltale thing, and of course, this is a little bit of hearsay. He said that he bribed them for like $50, and he even said this, that he never offers more than $20 for anything. And it makes sense because he paid me $20 to put me on a retainer, even though I told him he didn't have to. I've always heard him in front of the BD offer his services for $20. This 50 doesn't fit his MO. But again, that's hearsay. But I'm just saying, I mean, we will have to make a strong argument that that was misheard or misunderstood the situation. And also, it's not an official matter. So it doesn't really count for bribery. Yeah, he wasn't bribing to get out a ticket. He wasn't anything like that. He was offering services. And then the disorderly conduct is his stacking. And like you said, what was he doing? Finding out what he was doing before he drove away or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's a solid. I think that's solid. But we have to go to
All right.
Who are we meeting? The undersheriff to
Yeah, we're meeting on the
arbitration?
sheriff on that one. Yeah, because Dan's conflicted, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, how does arbitration work? Do we just like lay out all these facts prior to trial first? Because if it doesn't go through and it actually goes to trial, then the prosecution knows our arguments ahead of time. You know what I mean? How does this work?
That's a good question. I need to ask a judge on that.
Okay.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point, but
Yeah, because what's stopping the prosecution from being like, hey, yeah, let's make a deal. Tell me all about, why you think this shouldn't, why we should make a deal, and then they could just turn around and say, okay, well, we don't feel like that's convincing enough. We're gonna, revoke, our plea deal, and we're gonna go to trial, and then they already know what they need to build their strategy around. I guess that's the risk you
Right.
take going to arbitration, but
I mean, we have to. That's how the courts work in this state. So,
yeah.
I mean, they won't know everything. I mean, well, they don't know that. Well, they don't know that we don't want to put our client on the stand, but they don't know any witnesses will be bringing up. They don't know any information, all the information like that. So, I mean,
That's true. They don't
like you're
know we
right.
have
Maybe we
a
should.
statement from the brother.
Mhm.
No, I'm sorry. That was another case. Sorry.
That's the other case, but then in that case, yeah. But that's a good question. We should definitely. I'll definitely ask the judge about that. And bring that concern up.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm trying to think right now. I mean, lawyers sell out court all the time, so they must discuss the case, out before trial. Then, so
I think it's
I guess we
exactly
just
what
maybe
you
need.
said. I think it's we plead our case, but we don't we don't tell them who the witnesses are. We don't tell them what statements we have. We don't tell them
We tell them the bare minimums.
yeah, all those other details. I think we just stick to what happened in the report and just try to fight the just try to reason with them on the definitions of the charges compared to what actually happened.
Because I think maybe the point we're missing is I don't know if a judge is going to be present for that because this is before trial. Because I think they'd be compromised, so it could work. I mean, they might find out what our case is, and if they find out what our case is before going into it and realize how strong it is, then that let's be more incentive for them to not want to go to trial. They might, because that's going to be the deciding factor. The judge, it's the judge going to hear what we're saying and agree with us.
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume that
Yeah.
pre-trial it would be a conflict of interest going in because they're supposed to be completely unbiased when they hear the case.
Right. So I don't think a judge is going to be there. I think it's just going to be us and the under sheriff, and then on the other one, us and Dan's team. But no, I'll definitely talk to one of the judges next time I see him and just confirm the process and that we are approaching it correctly.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get an answer to that before anything moves forward. Hopefully, one of the justices are around this evening.
That would be ideal. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it for now. We might be getting a third case, and this is going to be a little bit of a doozy. I went down to the cells today to defend a gentleman. Apparently he was part of the sheriff's department, but he was let go. He apparently tried to rob a convenience store and fled and shot at police. And basically, from what I understand, how he wanted to try to get out. He claimed the police were corrupt, up and down, blah blah blah. He seems to have a real what do you call it, vendetta, or I guess his former employer. But they've been pretty light on him, to be honest, and they weren't even charged. It was the same officer before. They was charging the full months on it, because they were charging him with let me check my notes. Aggravated battery of a government employee, banishing a firearm, and fleeing and evading. And they're only going to give him 70 months and 1050 fine. Fine was a little high, like $100 or so from the library copy. But I mean, aggravated battery is 120 months alone, and he wouldn't take it.
Yeah,
I mean, I tried to.
That's a what? That's a almost 50-month reduction.
Uh-huh.
40, 50. That's not bad on that charge.
No, it would have been 130 total, and yeah, I gotta fix you off, but yeah, you want to fight it out. I tried to try to get the aggravated battery dropped, but unfortunately, yeah, he actually hit one of the officers with a bullet. He shot one of the officers. They were there, and he was bandaged up, and they were adamant not going to drop that. That was non-negotiable. So,
Yeah, I
any
don't
case,
see
he said
them
it's.
dropping that, especially if he shot at police officers.
Yeah, I didn't know he actually. I thought he just shot at him, and then he actually shot a officer. Until I didn't notice the bandaging until I got to speaking to him. He said he was going to reach out to us after he got out of jail, but I never heard from him, so I don't know if he's still going to fight this or not, but he wants to take it to trial, so.
Did you get his PO?
I did not. So.
Because
But-
I'm happy to try to follow up if I can get that contact information.
Yeah, I know that you think I remember I got his name. Unfortunately, it was I was in the just finished my meeting, so I saw it and I thought it was actually too late for the request. So this has been like 10 minutes already. But I reached out and said, "Hey, did you still need a lawyer?" And they did, so I raced down there. But yeah, I'll try to get his information. But I think if he wants to pursue this, he'll reach out to us and we can go from there.
Well, that would be good. I mean, that definitely seems like an interesting case. That one might be even more difficult than the other two that we have.
No, I think it's gonna be very difficult. I don't know how we're gonna. I mean, well, I should say that. That's one of them you're definitely gonna need the FOIA, the case, the report, and see what's in there.
Right.
Because that's the other thing. His account of things and their account of things were completely different. And under lawyer attorney privilege, he admitted to me that he was there to rob the convenience store, but I guess he didn't get to it. He didn't pull it off in time, basically. They want to try to use that as the way to get out of it because he didn't have any stolen goods on him. But then again, he had like eight. He told me he had he was wondering. He said he had $8,000 on him, and they weren't going to charge him for store robbery. Can he get that money back? And when I questioned the officers about it, they said he did not have 8,000. He had more like 800 on him. So I don't. What? I don't know. There's
Did
a lot
they
of.
document how much cash was on him in the well, we don't know.
I
that.
believe
guess we'd
so.
have
They
to pull the report with a FOIA to see if they documented that. Because if they documented it,
I believe they
then more than
did because
likely-
they told me they looked at the NDT and they said 840. I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because if they documented a certain amount, I mean, I could see the judges going based off of what was reported. I wonder if they still have the cash, as physical evidence,
They should. I mean, I think they're supposed to hold on to that for a certain amount of time.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it would depend on what they have in the report and what they bring up for evidence. Because if they, if they go up there in court and swap down the wad of cash and be like, "This is $800 right here," it's hard to.
Well, they said that. Well, the police told me in a very general way, and I told the other client said that anything that was not involved in the crime will be returned to him. So, whether that was the money or not, I honestly didn't want to push it because I felt like I didn't feel like it was one I could push. I mean, they were already giving him a pretty fair case, a fair sentencing on it, and they were
but
pretty upset.
remember,
I mean,
when it comes to like a robbery or theft, even if the money on somebody isn't, actually wasn't a part of that crime, if the police find
Yeah.
it and seize it, they're gonna make the case that it was connected. So it's on the prosecution to prove that. Well, I guess it should be on the prosecution to prove that he stole it, but I think it would be more on us as the defenders to make the case that this money was not robbed this was indeed our client's money,
right.
unrelated to the charges that he's being, charged with.
No, that makes sense. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that comes back. Like I said, I haven't heard from him yet. So,
It's interesting though.
but these other two, I feel really good about. So,
Yeah, I definitely feel even better with the strategy for each of them. So that's great.
yep.
Um,
So,
I did meet another person last night that was looking for someone to help with a civil matter.
okay.
There's this guy. What's his name? Arrow. Do you know Cody, the guy? Remember the guy with the giant mohawk at the beach?
Yes. Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Rivers. Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Cody Rivers. Apparently, this is his friend Arrow. He wants to open up a drag strip, where people, I guess, race against each other. And he's looking for a lawyer that would be willing to draw up, I guess, waivers of liability, and help him with that. So I told him I wouldn't make any guarantees because he's talked to several lawyers, I guess, and they've said that they don't do that sort of thing. So I said that I would just talk to you. I didn't make any promises. I didn't make any guarantees. I just said, hey, I would bring it before you.
Again, it's not my specialty, and I'm still waiting for that contract information from my friend, which I should be getting very soon. I can see. Let me wait until I get that. It just depends. I can find some templates or whatnot to go off of, and then, you know, adjust them accordingly for what our clients needs. That's basically it. So I'll reach out to some contacts to see if I can get some of those documents. But until then, I can't guarantee anything, but I can, definitely try.
Understood. I hope you don't mind that I run these weeds and bring them to you.
No, it's good. It's fine. I'm just not quite. Yeah, I'm just not quite ready to do the civil stuff yet. I'm still getting my foot down on, criminal law. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's already hard enough to do criminal law, and just adding civil on top of that just makes it just 10 times harder.
But yeah, let me reach out and see what I can get.
Okey-doke.
Anything else?
No, actually, for the first time, that was the only thing I had.
Okay. Well, I think it was a good meeting overall. I think we're in a good position heading into Saturday.
What time is Saturday again?
6 p.m. Eastern.
6 p.m. All right, I won't forget.
Yeah. And hopefully we won't be any cadet training or anything to kind of the pressure on it. I did not. I don't think he did on purpose, but I did not like the idea of only having 30 minutes for this. I mean, I don't know what to expect, and we're gonna really fight our client's case. So, but then again, I don't know if we should if we need to keep that stuff close to the chest or stuff. So,
Should we
yeah, I'll
reschedule
definitely
then?
reach out.
'Cause I'd hate for
No.
some external
No.
factor to be pressuring them to hurry up our meeting.
That was Friday.
case.
That was Friday though, so they already rescheduled.
Oh, that was Friday. Okay, all right, never mind. Then
Yeah.
it's a good thing they.
So I say I'm
rescheduled.
glad that they did. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Basically trying to say.
You gonna be around after storm?
Actually, I am feeling a little tired. I think I was gonna call it a night.
Okay. I'll probably be in the office just a little longer. See if either of the justices will be around. See if I can talk to them. If not, there's always tomorrow.
Yep. No, I'm trying to get my sleep back on track. It's all out of whack. So, it's getting there. I felt better today than I did yesterday, but I'm still
That's good.
it's still hitting me like a ton of bricks. So,
Once you get things on track, you'll be feeling a lot better.
yeah, it's gonna be a day where I do a long more sleeping than normal, and then I'll wake up on my regular time, and then it should be good.
I got you.
Hopefully. Well,
Alrighty.
I appreciate the time to
I'm
meet.
gonna go
meet.
hunker down.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna sit out in my office and then probably head on home afterwards.
Okay. If you need anything, let me know.
Alright.
I'll be around, and
Yep,
then
and
I'll probably see you tomorrow.
okay, sounds good. I might make myself available if there's any requests for lawyers later tonight. I'll keep an eye on my federal pager. I might wake up for that, but other than that, I'm just gonna probably take it easy.
Okay.
But don't
Yeah,
feel
I will.
obligated to wake up. Well, I mean, if you want to call it early night, go for it.
Oh, if I'm awake, I'll go. If I'm not, then I like to sleep through. So.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Well, we'll catch you tomorrow.
All right. Yep. See you tomorrow. Yeah, guys, I'm still feeling really tired. I can't help it. My sleep's out of whack, and I slept a lot, but yeah, it's hard. But it was a good day. A lot got done. I'll make it up on the weekend. I'll do a long stream on the weekend. I think it's more busier those times, anyways. All right. Thank you for watching, and we'll be on for the pre-trial. That's going to be really interesting. I think. Let's see if we can actually get this done outside of court. God, for Mr. Stacy is ideal, but I think we can. I honestly think we can. And we might really fight the case on that one. So, all right, everyone. Is anybody on? I do have a few viewers. Let's show some love. I haven't shown some love in a while. Nah, doesn't look like anyone's on.